Sharp game here. We back, baby. Let's get it. We back at it. Coming at you from ChooseYourRelationships.com. Offer of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. So it's a Sunday afternoon. Yeah. We back at it. You could be anywhere in the world today. Sunday, no football. you know? You choose to spend a little bit of time with me. Hey, man. So, hey, share this video, like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. What's up, man? Hey, give me a call, man, after I get off here. Tell me about the conference. I want to hear how Miami was, man. Give me a call after I get off here. I was waiting on you to get in touch with me. What's taking so long? What's going on? Yeah, man. I heard conflicting stories. Some people say they liked it. Some people say they didn't. Some people said it was too many people. Some people said it was a pitch fest. I want to hear your. I want to get your opinion on it. Yeah. So yeah, man, it's a new year. It's February the 10th. And we getting better, man. In order for things to get better, you have to get better. If you're waiting on your surroundings or other people to get better, you're gonna be waiting for a long time, man. For real, for real. So your best chances of things becoming better in your life is for you to get better. If you get better, you're almost guaranteed that your life is going to expand. You're going to expand your horizon. You're going to be able to live a better life. You're going to be able to live a better lifestyle. You're going to be able to have more fun. You're going to be able to attract more women. You're going to be able to do almost anything you couldn't do before. Guaranteed. I mean, if the only way, if you're getting better as a man, the only way to go is up. That's the only way to go. You can't go back down if you're growing. You can't. It's impossible because either you're growing or you're dying. That's how the math usually plays out. The only way you can go backwards is if you're stagnant and you're not growing. You try to play the middle position, like hey, I'm just chilling. A lot of people like that. You call them up right now, man, I'm just chilling. You know? Which brings me to my topic of this video, because women want the best of both worlds. The problem with that is a lot of women don't know how to go about doing it. They end up settling most of the time. They end up settling. So a woman will, they want the guy that's the good provider. They want the guy that knocked their socks off. And they want the guy that they have high interest, sex appeal. They want all of that in a package deal. But they usually end up settling. And the guy that they end up settling with in most cases is the beta guy, the provider. So she'll settle with him. He's like home base. Like her, it's kind of like being in the military, her duty station. She'll settle with the beta guy. And every once in a while, she'll sneak out with the guy that she's really attracted to. And it's purely on a physical level in most cases. Now, some people will say, well, how come she don't want to be with the guy that she's sneaking off with on the side? Well, in most cases, she can't handle a guy. She can't handle the guy that she just wants to smash on the side, because number one, she can't control him. And number two, in her eyes, the guy that she's smashing on the side, she doesn't see him as relationship material. She sees him as just a tool in most cases. Because see, the guy that's on the side, it's kind of like she can't really show him off in front of her girlfriends. Most of the time. It's not all the time, but most of the time. And plus, she can't control this guy. He's going to do what he want to do. And see, when she's around this guy, she's very submissive. She's very submissive around this guy. And when she go back home, she's the boss. And the reason why she had to settle is because she didn't have no game. She didn't want to compete. That's why she had to settle. Sad but true. Because most women, especially the most attractive women, they're not really used to competing. Really. They're just used to the guy coming up to them and he's just doing whatever. Just because, and it's all based on looks most of the time. She's used to just manipulating guys. And see, a lot of these women, when they get older, those looks start to fade. And a lot of these women, a lot of them get divorced because they don't look the way they used to. And they're not getting them looks the way they used to. And a lot of those tricks and manipulation tactics that they used to use ain't working no more. And they never develop a personality. Because they never had to develop a personality. Because the guys would just solely be with them based on how they look. Now, when these women get older, they're going to start meeting younger guys. And the younger guy going to be looking like he's trying to figure out why he should stay around her long, because she's not fun to be around. And like I said, she don't look the way she used to look. So all she's good for is the smash, pump, and dump. Because she's not talking about anything in most cases, because 9 times out of 10 she got kids and she's struggling. So all she good is for one thing in most cases. And this is based on my experience, by the way. This is not something that I'm making up. This is based on my experience to this day. I mean, a lot of these older women are not fun to be around. Not at all. I mean, if you think a lot of the younger women aren't fun to be around, just think about this 10x that. Think about how it is when it comes to the older women. They're really not fun to be around. You know, they all do the same thing, Danny, but the older women ain't working for them no more when they get older. See, guys will tolerate a younger girl because she's younger, fresher. She's attractive. Her body's still intact. She don't got no pouch. She don't got no belly. She ain't overweight. For the most part. And plus, there's some type of potential there. She got energy. Older women, 40s and 50s, bro, they're broken. They're broken. Most of them, over half of them, they're broken, bro. They start talking about, and they got so much baggage. They be talking like the older they get, they feel like their stock value rises as they get older in age. I'm like, no. No. I'd be like, no, it doesn't work that way. I dated one that had the kangaroo pouch and skinny. Yeah, they have that belly. Some of them had that belly, and they acting like they can compete with a younger girl. I'm like, no, you can't. You can't compete with the younger women. No. Sure, you have more experience, but she can get experience too if she keep living. You know, a lot of older women are more delusional than the younger girls in some cases. You have a woman at probably 45 and she's got a long list of things she want out of a guy. I'll be like, you're 45 with 2 kids. It's not happening. You're not. Look, then she want a guy. She's 45. She want a guy that's 35. A 35-year-old guy, he's not even looking. He's not even on your radar. He's not even thinking about meeting a 45-year-old. That stuff happens by accident. Or you just happen to be at the right place when there wasn't no other women around. That's when that happens. It's like that. It's like being in the club and the club is about to close and you standing near the door. That's when that happens. Yeah, man. So hey, like this video, share this video. And if you like this video, check out my Patreon. I go much deeper in my Patreon. Much deeper. Yeah, so lot of women, the way they go about doing things, it's not very productive, I would say. That means not. This is why the relationship falls apart. It's like, and then today, women don't have to be. They don't have to be accountable for anything. If anything happens to a woman, she'll just blame somebody else. It's never the woman's fault today. Women don't have to be accountable for anything. It's always the guy's fault, or a woman's fault, or the dad's fault, or the mom's fault, or grandma's fault, grandpa's fault. I'm like, are you gonna take responsibility for anything? My goodness. It can't be everybody's fault. Not everything. I mean, look, I know your parents raised you, but come on. If your parents raised you, they did the best they could. Now it's time for you to do the best you can with the person who you have become. And whatever your parents did while you were growing up, if you don't like it, you have to work on yourself to change it. Of course, it's going to be a lot of work. It took you 30 years to become the person that you are. So it's not going to happen overnight. So Cynthia G is the big topic on here for 2 weeks. Now, have you heard? I think she got pregnant, right? By some dude, Danny? That's all I heard. But what's the big deal about her being pregnant? Who cares? Who cares? If she having a baby, okay. I mean, I don't really have much to say about that. Thanks, Bowden. I mean, I don't know what else to say about that, Danny. All I heard is she was pregnant. What's the backstory? Is she in a serious relationship or what? Or she having a kid on the side out of wedlock? Which one? which one is it? What's the 411? No side piece? Oh, okay. She just happened. They were just smashing, and she just happened to get pregnant. Okay, Yeah, shit happens. Only takes one drop, and voila, we got one coming. That's all it takes, man. What's this? I don't know. Why are you here? Yeah. So hey, man. I never really knew. I don't know a lot about Cynthia G. So I don't really know much to say about it, really. She was 40. And I think it was her first, so she won. Oh, okay. Well, that's like she got what she wanted then. Yeah, she lived in Seattle, right? I think she lived in Seattle. Seattle's a very interesting place. I visited Seattle many times. My cousin used to live up there. She the one that called black man a dusty beta male. For real. Yeah, I heard her say that before. That's true. Yeah. I mean, she makes some good points. But one thing, Danny, I don't think she's a I don't think she's a man hater though. I don't think she's a man hater. There's a lot of man hating women on online, but I don't think she's one of them. But she's hard. She's hard on black men though. But I think she's coming from a good place, but it can be taken wrong. You know, it just depends on what type of guy you are. But she's hard on black men. But I don't think she's a man hater. You're correct. Many women blame mothers. What is sad, many brothers raised by those women just blame mothers. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Brothers don't realize society doesn't give black males the same pass blame. Yeah, yeah, when it come to us out here, man, we gotta fight against everybody. Basically, we have to fight against everybody. Everybody's trying to stop us. That's how it is. There's not a lot of room for mistakes. If we make a mistake, we have to pay in some type of way. Could be cash, could be jail, could be something. We make a mistake, we got to pay. We don't get we don't have the privilege of getting a slap on the wrist. Yeah, they claim there are no black men there. Yeah, it's not a lot of black people in Seattle. That's true, Danny. It's the pickings is slim, boy. I'm telling you. I've been there at least 10 times. The pickings is slim in Seattle, man. That whole area, really. Tacoma, Seattle, the other town, I think it's Burlington, I think, where the Navy base is. Yeah, the pickings is slim out there. If you live out there, you might be forced to talk to white women. Now, I'm serious. I'm serious. I mean, unless you're gonna become a hermit. I'm serious. That's how it is in Seattle. It's like you have to search for the black people there. I'm like, man, where they at? Cuz you have a lot of immigrants, a lot of Asians. Yeah, a lot of immigrants that come there. A lot of yeah, it's yeah, that's about it, man. Really. And even if you see a black person, 9 times out of 10, they're an immigrant. They came from the islands, someplace like that. You know, it's usually it's not anybody that's usually from America. It's usually somebody that came from someplace else. The feminist movement got these females' head messed up, in my opinion. Yeah, that has a lot to do with it, Underground West. It's the media, more than anything. The media, the education system, all of that, man. You're right. So better than China Fox is aggressive. Now, China Fox is aggressive, but she's very passionate, though. Yeah, she's very passionate, though. see, that aggression, that doesn't really bother me because I grew up around men and women that were like that were passionate like that. So that doesn't bother me. I'm not that sensitive. So like I can take, you know, I can take the tough love. Like I have uncles. Every once in a while, my uncles, they'll call me out. Even to this day, I have uncles that's 70 and 80 years old. They don't look 70s and 80, but so I can handle the tough love talk. That doesn't bother me. But it bothers some guys, men and women, because maybe they weren't raised up around people like that. So I have thick skin. She got to move then. Yeah, if you live in Seattle, Tacoma, and if you want to be with a black person, you probably have to move. I would say, unless y'all move there together. But if you move to Seattle, Tacoma, them places like that, man, the pickings is slim up there. I've never seen it like that before. I've never seen it like that. Only place I've ever seen it like that is in Japan. That's the only place I've ever seen it like that before, where it's like you have to look for the black people. But I never seen it like that anywhere else in America before, unless you live out in the Midwest. Now, it's a lot of places like that in the Midwest, but like I've never been to a lot of these places in the Midwest. So hey, I can't speak on a lot of these places very much. I try to stay away from the Midwest. That's not the place. That's not my type of party. Traveling around the Midwest. Not at all. Never dated a white woman before. Me either. I never dated one either, Danny. Never had the urge to. I have a hard time talking to white women. Just as socially. At work or something like that. I'm like, I can only imagine. What up, Jude? I prefer going to hell to dating white women, period. Best of both worlds, you almost have to be like a computer. Well, a lot of people act like computers out here, Danny. They act like machines. That's how they act. They act like they program like machines out here. They don't act like human beings. They act like fools. So hey, you have to be the way people go about relationships. You have to know something is wrong with a lot of these people because they actually think that it's gonna work. Think about that. They actually think that it's gonna work. So they'll keep lying and lying and lying and lying. Keep making up different stories time after time. And they think it's gonna work. So you know how arrogant you have to be to think that you can keep lying until 5, 10, 15 years down the line. You think that you think you're that good? Come on, man. Ain't nobody that good, man. Ain't nobody that good. Mostly of them fine. Both of these. I don't know what you saying, Dennis. You got a bunch of typos. I cannot fathom why some brothers date white women. We have nothing in common. Yeah, we don't have nothing in common. You're right about that, Jude. That's why it's so hard for me to talk to them. I mean, we live a completely different way of life. I mean, it's like I don't think a lot of people realize that they would be they wouldn't be who they are without us. I don't think a lot of people realize that. See, in America, there's this thing called capitalism. One group have to suffer in order for one group to prosper. So their whole existence is predicated upon us being, being all screwed up, basically, with these laws and public policies. Everything is set up against us, man. All these laws, public policies, still to this day. I mean, to manage your way through this society, you have to be like a social scientist. Really. You can't be an average dude out here and you're if you're trying to navigate in this world, you're gonna end up in prison. You walking around here talking about there's some equality, or you walking around acting like things ain't the way it is. You acting like, oh, I love my girl, she loves me. The guy say, hey, she's my heart, man. I love her. I'm like, man, look, this ain't about how you feel. Everything ain't got to do. It's not about how you feel all the time. Sometimes you got to look at things for what it is. You have to be practical about just things that's in your life. They claim that white women love is better, but I can't. That's funny, Danny. Same sex relationship is getting out of hand. Men have to compete with men and women. Yeah, we have to compete with it, whatever, against everybody, yo. And then you might be laying down with a woman one night, and that same woman's gonna get out that bed and going to revert back to what happened, when she was at work. It's like, just because, look, most of these women are competing for resources. A lot of these women don't even look at you as an opportunity. They just want to use you. They don't look at you as a human being. They don't look at you as a man. They look at you as an opportunity. And when that opportunity runs out, or if you don't give them the opportunity that they want, they'll move on to the next. So all the sex thing, it doesn't matter if they're good or better or whatever. It doesn't matter. Because 9 times out of 10, the white woman doesn't even look at you as a man anyway. She look at you as you're just fun. That's it. So take it for what it is if you want to smash and move on. That's what I say. I ain't the moral police. I'm not going to tell you what you shouldn't do or whether you want to do it or not. You can do whatever you want. But if you get into some type of trouble, or if she lie on you, you're in trouble. You better have you an attorney. You better have you some money to get an attorney, because if she lie on you, you shit up creek, buddy. You think You think some of these celebrities have problems? Think you don't gotta be a celebrity and still get caught up. You don't gotta be an athlete and still get caught up. And if you don't got no money, you in trouble, buddy. Especially if she called rape. Shit. They're not gonna need no proof. You going straight to jail in your small town, somewhere in the Midwest or in the South. Because you don't know how the laws work. You don't know how the court system works. That's why the reason why we're having all these problems is because of the Constitution and the Supreme Court. They got us locked in this cage, and we can't get out. And a lot of people, I know they don't understand that, because they still try to justify why they want to lay up with the white women and have gutter sex. And they think that just because they're laying up with white women, that somehow they're better than the rest of us, that they're doing something special. It ain't nothing new under the sun. That was going on 400 years ago. That was going on when my grandfather was growing up. My uncles were growing up. When my dad was growing up. Ain't nothing new. It's just a different day and a different time. That's it. I hate to break it to you. A lot of guys think they're doing something special. It ain't nothing new. Women been hoeing 100 years ago. Probably in your town. But they didn't call it. There wasn't no name for it, though. There wasn't no name for a pimp. There wasn't no name for a hoe. They just did. It was what it was. That's all. There wasn't no woman on no corner. Everything was inside. So it is what it is, man. It's not new. The celebrities always got the girls. The celebrities always had white women. That comes with the territory. The reason why you see a lot of these guys in Hollywood, some of them get married to the white women. Some of them go all out in Hollywood. The ones that get married, they usually go all out. That's like, if they get married to a white woman, he's all in with the Hollywood game. They do that. That's just a kind of a sign of, hey, I need these doors open for me. So the white woman is like the ticket. That's all it is. It's not what you think it is. Man, that's all it is. It ain't got nothing to do with no sex. It ain't got nothing to do with no love. So sometimes you got to put your feelings on the shelf and look at things for what it is. But I know, a lot of us, we don't understand that because we were raised to think otherwise. And then we get with a girl that's probably of another nationality, and now we so deep in the relationship with her, and now it's like it's this new information that's coming at me, and I'm with a white woman, an Asian woman, or some other woman from some other nationality. So now, how do I justify what I'm hearing because I'm with this white woman or Asian woman or a woman from another culture, how do I justify what I'm hearing now? This doesn't. I don't want to hear it now. So now you leaving comments on my timeline talking about my girl is Filipina, she's my heart, you know, she loves me, I love her. Man, the concept of love where she came from doesn't exist. That's all I'm saying. You can feel the way you want to feel about her if you want. It's all good. That's all I'm saying. Amari Hardwick. Nah, I haven't heard anything about that. What up, Eric? We said black man. Black men are their enemies. They sweet talk to the black women to separate them from us. Of course. G Star, your book changed my life. I'm happy I made a difference, man. G Star. A lot of people have said that over the years. Hey, G Star, have you ever left me a comment, a review on Amazon? If not, I would appreciate that. I think you did leave me a review on Amazon. Am I right or wrong? There's nothing special as far dating a white woman. At the end of the day, a white woman will not love you for yourself. To her, we are a material opportunity at best. Is your book on Kindle? Nah, it's not on Kindle. It's paperback and ebook. It's paperback and ebook. That's all. Yeah, it's like you got to think about it. If you get married to a white woman, let's say she's 35. So you know what that means? She's 30. You know how many white guys she done met before she met you? If she's 35 now, she's 35 and you 37. So that means she's failed. She failed every relationship she had before she met you. So what makes you so special to her? You got to ask yourself that question. Let's be real. Hollywood is fake. It is fake. It's a big show, and most brothers marry white women to be part of the show. It's to be accepted by white society, so it will allow us not be looked at as a threat. Exactly. That's why they call it show business. That's why they call it show business, man. First, I would say Get Love Can't Wait. I would say Love Can't Wait. Yeah, I would say Love Can't Wait, Eric. That's one I would that's the second one. Parnell Ponder, it's a journey. Well, relationship's a journey? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean the thing about Hollywood is just what it is. Being an entertainer is just what it is. I mean, look, some things it's just not real. It looks real, but it's not. A woman is a woman. She'll leave you when she feels like it. When she's bored, you go broke or find something better. Ever hold someone else over your own self worth. I just search love can't wait and two different names pop up. Yeah, somebody stole my book title. My title is matter of fact, I'll drop it in here real quick. Yeah, somebody stole my book title. After my title was selling so much, and they tried to they jacked my book title after they saw it was selling. So, because they thought that they would be able to piggyback off my sales, book sales. Yeah. So the other Love Can't Wait book on Amazon, that's a poem book. There's a lot of lame people online. But here's the link right there. Everybody has issues, but a lot of interracial relationships are in Florida. Of course, a lot of interracial relationships in Florida. Of course, Florida always been like that. That's not new. Florida's been like that since slavery. Florida's been like that since slavery. That's not new. Florida used to be a free state. A lot of black women are fast and have a bad upbringing, which result in fucking for money, stripping. Well, yeah, Parnell, that's called survival. That's called survival. That's understandable. If you're struggling and you're trying to survive, I can't hold that against you. If you're gonna do something strange for a piece of change, if you have to bust it open, I can't hold that against you. I can't. I can't do that. Yeah, it's like you can't. Yeah, I wrote that book a long time ago, man. I wanted to take it off, but I can't. Yeah, that's a long story, man. We'll talk about that later. Yeah. Yeah, it's called survival, man. That's all. Why do Arab women have more understanding attitude towards us as black men compared to other races? This question. Women have more understanding towards. Well, they do. I don't know. I haven't talked to a lot of Arab women. That's true, Jude. Where do you meet Arab women at, Jude? Where you live, or where at? Some family members hold their own kids back from being happy. Yeah, family members uh, tend to be the people we know tend to be very negative. If you start to get away from the nest a bit, if they ain't hating you or doing something wrong, they hate you because they ain't you. Oh, what is the new book about? What's the new book about? Uh, the new book is about mindset. How you can use your mind to attract everything you ever wanted into your life. That's what the new book is about. Yeah. And I give like a lot of examples of what I did early on in the beginning and what I'm still doing right now to this day. I rarely ever see, but the Arab women will ignore you if you say, hey. Now, most Arab women are married, though, Danny. Most of them, these women are married. So that has a lot to do with it. Them not speaking to you. A lot of them are married. I saw more interracial relationships in Cali. San Francisco had a lot of mixed relationships, but in truth, there was more white men with Asian females. But that's my opinion. There's always more white men with Asian women. That's pretty common. And in California, it's pretty much always been a lot of interracial couples. It's always been like that. As long as I've been living, I've been hearing about it. In Dubai. Well, I don't, Jude. You have to ask the Arab women. I don't know. I've never had conversations with Arab women before. I've talked to them, but I haven't had deep conversations. You have to ask them that, Jude. Next Arab woman you meet, try to have a deep conversation with her. See how it goes. But see, one thing you have to realize, Jude, is the Arab men, they keep them women in check because they have control of the resources. See, in a lot of these Arab countries, women don't have rights. That women don't run anything. So that has a lot to do with how women are being socialized over there in the Middle East area. Do you feel that black women are nicer to white men? Sometimes they are. I'm not gonna, it's not like black women are nicer to them. They just respect white men better in most cases. It just depends on the environment. If they're at work, yes, they white women, black women lay down at work because they know they'll get them up out of there. They'll be fired. And it depends on the environment. I would say more than anything. Depends on where you live. It could be a job, could be. It depends, you know. Asian women are the worst. Stay away from them. Jude. Yeah, a lot of Asian women are they're like robots. So that's like machine way of thinking. So yeah, I can understand where you're coming from, Jude. You talking about in relationships, Parnell? Do I think black women white men get treated better with black women in relationships? I would think so. In a relationship, I would think so. Because black women have to be a certain type of way to be in a relationship with a white guy. So I would think so. I would say the answer is yes to that, Parnell. See, a lot of black women they struggle being in a relationship with white guys because they have to walk around on eggshells. All that tough talk and being combative, they're not going to be able to do that with a white guy. He'll cut her off so quick and be ruthless with it too. He'll be ruthless with it. So she's not gonna be able. So if the average black woman that gets in a relationship with a white guy, they usually don't make it, and it's very stressful for them to be in a relationship with white guys. But they usually don't make it. A couple years go by, 2 to 5 years. That's usually it. That's usually it. They want to be in a relationship with there's a lot of black women want to be in a relationship with white guys, but they got to compete against the white women now, and a lot of them don't want to compete. They don't want to compete against anybody, especially white women. Some parents are jealous of the kids. They see that they want to destroy the kid. What up, Jordan? I appreciate the wisdom because you really ain't gonna tell it like it is out here. Nah, you're not gonna get this stuff that I talk about is very rare. Personally, I never seen Arab when females talk to us brothers. Remember, you have to be Muslim and be accepted by their parents. The culture is different and can hurt your chances with them. Yeah. Only time I've talked to Arab women is when I was in Dubai. That's it. I've never had a conversation with Arab women in America. I feel that black women don't understand practical things in life because they are so church going and selfish when being saved. Nah, Parnell is it's much deeper than that. No, see what it is, Parnell. Is a lot of black women feel like they should be on the side of the white guy, and they're competing against us and the white women. Not all black women are like this, but a lot of them think like this. A lot of them that you see on television that do these interviews at the Breakfast Club, on CNN, Fox, these black women like that, those are good examples of the black women that I'm talking about. You have these shapeshifters, you have these buffers. They're competing against us and the white women because they want to be on the side of the white guys in some capacity. It don't necessarily have to be in a marriage, but in some capacity, they want to have some type of relationship with a white guy that's in power. So that's what that really stems from, Parnell. It's not about going to church and being saved. It's much deeper than that. There is equality in mating, lovely. See, living in Vancouver, BC, Canada. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Can the only one who read chats without it being super chat? But people don't drop too much super chat. I don't get a lot of donations. So I don't, it is what it is. Great live every other Sunday is a good option. No, I don't do every other Sunday. I don't do every Sunday. Now, there's no football no more. So this is why it's a good Sunday. And hit the like button. Share this video. Get the likes button up. I know people would be home. There's no football. Super Bowl's over. Asian women are so racist towards us. The white ones are angels compared to them in this respect. I mean, what Asian women? They had no power, Jude. I mean, don't worry about Asian women. Who cares? And I don't really care about what these women are talking about very much. I don't take them serious. What they gonna do to me? They gonna stop me from doing something? Nope. Just let them keep talking. What up, James? How much would you say, percentage-wise, South Carolina taught you about these women and people in general? A lot, because I'm from the coast. I'm from the Georgetown, Myrtle Beach area, so it taught me a lot. Because where I'm from, there's no other place. There's no place like home. Where I'm from, there's no place like that in America. Where I'm from, so it taught me a lot. Growing up, especially, because I know my family history, um, all the way back to over 100 years. Yeah, you know, because my grandmother lived to be so old. My grandmother lived to be 102. So I know my family history on both sides. So that being that my family members lived to be so old, that gave me a chance to learn a lot before they passed away. So it's I would say percentage wise, I'd say a good 60%. 60% as far as percentage wise. That's why I love that show Scandal. Oh yeah, Danny, that's true. Cause secretly, a lot of black women would like to be the side piece of a white man in power. This is why a lot of athletes and entertainers have side pieces. And women they don't have a problem with it because they see this man of higher value and status. So that's how that is. It's always been that way. This is nothing new. Like these entertainers, athletes, they've always have access to women, wives, women that are already married. They have access to them. So this is not new. It just is what it is out here. So that is an internal issue. No, I don't know if you want to call it an internal thing. It's more of a women just like being with the top guys. That's all. That's more of an I guess you could call it an internal thing. It's more of a natural thing for a woman. They like being with the top guys in some form, capacity, some way, shape, or form. If they can't have him all the time, they'll have him part time. And if she knows he's the top guy, and other women want to be with him, 9 times out of 10, she ain't gonna want to compete and be with this guy full time because she knows she's probably insecure in some type of way. No, this ain't just black women. This is just women in general. They like being with the top guy. I mean, look at some of these athletes. You really think their wives don't know that they gonna smash other women on the side from time to time? They already knew that before they signed up with this guy. They knew it before they got married to him. They knew he was gonna smash another girl. They accepted that. They just don't. Let me tell you what women don't like. They just don't like when you embarrass them. If you get caught being sloppy or some reporter puts you on blast, that's when women want a divorce because you make the family look bad. You make her look bad. Her friends are laughing at her. That's what they don't like. You sleeping with a woman, That's not a big deal. These guys been had groupies. They've been had groupies since high school. Women want the best of both worlds, explain. They do want the best of both. They want the guy that's the provider. They want the guy that got the charm, charisma, swag, sex appeal, and they want the guy that's going to knock their socks off. But most women they can't get everything in one guy. So they end up settling in most cases. And that's why the relationship doesn't work. Because they wasn't committed to the relationship in the first place. Because that guy wasn't her first choice. But she ain't going to come out and say that. She's going to use something to blame the guy just as an excuse for her to get out the relationship. So she's taking the cheap way out. Fine ass women is about dick and itching. Hey, yo, let me get you up out of here, buddy. You spamming. I don't know what you talking about. Never do that, bro. Time for a yama, it's nature. Knock the socks off. Any guy can wear a white suit and get chips, but a woman is picky. Well, yeah, a woman should be picky, but doesn't happen that way all the time. If a 28-year-old male gets married before being in the military reserves as an officer, you think that's rushing it? I don't think age has anything to do with rushing it. It's really hard to say, bro. You gotta give more info than that. Keep it real, son. Word to the mother. What the hell? Damn, Dennis, you took it way back. Who talks like that? Keep it real, son. Word to the mother. That's some 80s type shit. I have heard that type of slang since the 80s. Dennis, you must be a white guy. If you have to ask advice about marriage, you shouldn't get married. I don't know. If you have to ask advice about marriage, you shouldn't get married. No, I disagree with that. I think anybody that before they get married, they should go to counsel. Seek some type of counseling. The problem with marriage, man, is there's no class for it. Nobody teaches anything about it. And people are getting married because of how they feel. Most people don't have no plan when it comes to marriage. Everything is just strictly based on emotions for the most part. Yeah, it's I swear. So like this video. Likes up. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. Oh, P.S. by the way, I keep forgetting that I got a I keep forgetting that I got an 800 number. Yeah. Anybody got any questions? Give me a call. I keep forgetting I got an 800 number. I've had an 800 number for years. You call right now. I keep forgetting I got an 800 number, man. Yes, you can correct. We lost the art of courting someone. It's amazing other societies and family arrange your marriage and they last only ones in the Western side. Because you have to plan to be together. That's the thing. And then when you get together, you have to plan to maintain the relationship. I'm black and from Trenton, New Jersey. Word up. That's funny. Yo.
Hey, you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what I was saying was on the live thing, right?
Yeah. Who's this?
Okay. It's Pernell.
Oh, all right. What's going on, man?
Okay. Not much going on. How about you?
Good.
That's good. What I was saying was, if a person don't have their, even though I know some people want to get married and do the right thing, but I feel like if a person don't have their own place, I don't think they should rush them to get married if they just start in a certain field of work. They don't even know if they like the type of job. They're just going for the title.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. That thing. Yeah, sometimes that might be moving a little bit too fast, man. You just never. A lot of times, man, it depends on the person as far as their level of maturity. If they can handle it, because a lot of times, man, a lot of guys, especially, we take on too much responsibility too fast. We underestimate how much time and effort it really takes. And when we get into it, it's like, oh man, I didn't think it's gonna be like this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So it just depends, man. It depends on, At the end of the day, most of the weight is gonna be on the guy.
On the guy, yeah.
It's just,
because I'm like, you trying to get this, you trying to get that. It's like at the end of the day, what is she doing to help you get that?
Yeah. Like, see, as a guy, you have to have a plan. That's why I say most of the ways on a guy. As a guy, you have to have a plan, and y'all have to sit down and discuss that. And she might not be the right person for what you got going.
I'm not saying she's not the right person.
Huh?
No, it's not my situation now. It's not my situation.
Oh no, I'm not saying.
I'm listening to what you're saying.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying. No, I'm not saying it's you, but I'm just saying, just in general. I mean, the woman that you might have, it might not be the right woman for you with the plans that you have. You know what I'm saying? But you won't know that until you discuss that. But a lot of times, guys will be so heavily involved, marriage and everything, and then they learn that this woman, she's weak. She can't handle. I mean, you can't even leave home without everything falling apart. So it just depends. So that's why you gotta talk about that stuff up front.
Right. I got another topic, so I want to hold you up, but so this guy was on like Facebook, whatever, right? So he was talking about about how black people need to stick together, this, that, and the third. How Gucci can't, Gucci the clothing line.
Yeah.
They had a little situation where
blackface.
Somebody put a mask. blackface stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, so he's talking about, oh, black people need to put together, and the third. Now he moved from somewhere to New York, and I guess he got like his own little business where he's selling like merchandise and clothing and stuff like that. And I'm just like, why would you move to New York? You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know you didn't have no situation there. Like, you should have just stayed right where you was at, because obviously you probably had some, or it was some. What I'm saying is that a lot of people want to move to a bigger city, but they're not doing nothing where they at. And then they want to talk about black people sitting together. I'm like, the United States is 77% white, and it's Hispanic. That's what it says on Google, right?
Yeah.
And then it says 14% is African American. So what I'm saying is that he's talking about LeBron and this person and that person. I'm like, all these people you're talking about have somebody that's white, Russian, or somebody that's billionaires that help them get uplifted. And I'm telling him, like, it's a system that you can't ignore. Like Michael Jordan, he's in a system. Like, he got endorsements, shoe deals, stuff like that. He played basketball. It's all a system. You talking about white people, they don't even like us, this, that, and third. I'm like,
of course they don't.
If you make them money, they don't like something. Yeah. Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's about the money. Like, it's people in your job that don't like you.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. So they'll put that how they feel to the side if you can pull in them greenbacks.
Mm-hmm.
You really think they like Michael Jordan? Nike? Hell no.
They like what he can do.
Exactly.
They like what he can do.
Exactly. They look at him as an opportunity. That's it. Mm-hmm. It ain't personal. This is just business.
Business, right?
That's
and
it.
Then the guy was like, go ahead and cut y'all. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm done.
Okay. Yeah. So then he was just like, what I'm saying is that it's a lot of guys that's moving to black guys that's moving to like Atlanta, and it's like they just be like faking it, man. Like talking about this, that, and the third. I'm like, bro, you struggling like just like anybody else. I'm not saying everybody's struggling, but it's like it's not all what you're making it to see.
Nah.
It's terrible. I'm just telling them, like, bro, it's some issues going on that you don't even realize what's going on. Like, just keep it, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got, it's nobody's business what you got going on, but, level your means. And I had a discussion with somebody one time, and we were talking about, just about just a lot of the owners, like in Atlanta, a lot of the stuff is owned by, the BMWs are owned by Russians. And then Arthur Blank owns the NFL stadium, and he owns, like, a lot of stuff is ran by,
white people.
Good, it's good.
Yeah, it's by white guys in Atlanta.
White guys, yeah.
Yeah, I just left from. I just moved from Atlanta. It's a lot of.
So you moved from Atlanta? Okay.
Yeah, like a month ago. It's a lot of smoke and mirrors down there. If you go down to Atlanta, you gotta have a plan. And you better know people. Otherwise, it's going to be a struggle. It's not the type of town where you go to look for a job. You got to have a job before you get there. But, those guys can go down there and perpetrate, and they're going to get their wake-up call. That's how it is. I think that's
what it really was, that he was just frustrated, and I was just like, bro, like, he was just like, I was like, bro, it seems like you don't even read much. He's like, yeah, I don't even like reading. I was like, I can tell the stuff he's saying. I was like, at the end of the day, you probably gonna need somebody that's white that's gonna help you get to the next level. I was like, if Dr. Dre had to do it, you're gonna have to do it too.
Yeah, it's not wrong with partnering with these people. You can do short-term deals with them. Yeah, it's a team sport out here. Nobody's doing anything major by themselves. You can do short-term deals with people. You can use them, rent them, and move the hell on. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. And then when you get in a position to do for yourself, and you can work with whoever you want to work with. You know what I'm saying? That's it. But all right, bro. Thanks for calling.
All right, man.
All right.
No problem.
Hold up, Blackheart. Seems like most phone stores in Atlanta are owned by Arabs. Yeah, I think so. I think most of them are owned by Arabs. What up? Anybody else? Got any more questions? 800-315-8203. Oh man. I get this troll up out of here. Why do you think people go back to abusive relationships? Well, man, there's a lot of reasons for that. Some people go back because things become normal after a while. And a lot of people, there's some shame involved in that. They don't want to go back. A lot of people don't have no way to go, or they don't want to go back to their family. It's all kind of different reasons, man. There's a lot of shame involved in that too. A lot of people feel like, oh, we done bought all this stuff together, done invested so much in together, done put so much time in together. They don't want to start all over. They don't want to leave empty-handed. It's all kind of reasons, man. You know, that has a lot to do with it. And it's the abuse is not that bad. What do you mean about women want the best of both worlds? Oh, you came late, Blackheart. I mean, women want the provider, the guy with the charm, charisma, swag, the guy that's gonna knock their socks off. But most women don't get everything in one package. Yeah, they don't. Most women don't know how to. Yeah, most women they'll get married to the beta guy and sneak around with some masculine guy. That's usually how that works. Why do you think it's hard for people to let go of the past? Seems like people don't want to let anything or anyone go. Well, something in their past was painful. That's what happens. It's hard. The stuff we only think about it. We only remember the things that were negative in the past. The stuff that were positive, we don't dwell on those as much as the negatives. I think everybody's like that. So that the negative, the stuff that was painful, we have mental blocks and triggers. So that's why it's so hard to let go of the past. And a lot of us, we never really dealt with it. We just kind of tuck it away in the closet somewhere. We never really dealt with it. Is that the reason it's hard for the alpha male to get a strong relationship? That I think for most alpha males, it's hard. A lot of women can't handle alpha males because see, it's if you look at most alpha males, masculine men or whatever, women are always trying to get at them. So most women know that these women are always going to be getting at him. He's always going to be in demand. So she has to compete with the other women at all times. And a lot of women don't want to have to compete. That's the reason why. It's not necessarily the man. It's the woman. She has to compete with these other women. Because women always want the top guy, or at least the perception of the top guy, I should say. And plus, a lot of these women know that they can't control these guys. They can't control the masculine man or the alpha man. These women are very submissive around the guys that they're really into, that they have high interest. They're very submissive. So, and a lot of those tricks and the manipulation tactics ain't gonna work on him. That only works on her beta husband. And we got a troll. I can't get rid of this troll. He can't even speak English well. He can't write. I can't get rid of the troll. Dr. Anonymous. Can't get rid of the troll. And the reason why people don't let people go that's from the past, because that person made them feel a certain type of way. So you have some guys, and even some, especially women, they always, if you have a woman that's, maybe she's in a drought season, she always has that guy that she can call. And some guys are like this too. They always got that woman they can call because they might be in a drought. Basically, that person make them feel a certain type of way. That's all that is. That's all it is. But if they find a new person to make them feel better than the old person, well, they'll leave that old person alone. I've been there. I've been there and done that. I used to do that. But I've learned that if things don't work out with what you have, you just got to keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. I never go backwards no more. I don't do that no more. Yeah, you know. So hey, give me a thumbs up. Share this video, like this video. Back at it, baby. It's 2019. And we're strong. We're better than ever. Better than last year. How do you feel about MGTOW? I don't know much about MGTOW, so it's hard for me to say. Said men going their own way. That's all I know, but I don't know. I don't know much about. I don't know enough about them to have an opinion. I'm soaking up this game, so it's going to be bigger and better this year for sure. Yeah, I mean, if you're growing, like I said, I think I said this before you got on here. If you're growing, you only have one way to go, up. It's only one way to go if you're growing. If you're growing, you become the best person you can be. You can't go back. It's only one way to go to the top. Guaranteed. Nothing can hold you back if you're growing, if you're learning. Really. Oh, P.S. and by the way, anybody that have ever bought any of my books on Amazon, I would appreciate it if you would left me a Amazon review. Anybody, leave me an Amazon review. I dropped a link in there. Yeah, Blackheart. It's only one place to go to the top. Really? No doubt about it. It's lonely at the top, but crowded at the bottom. Yeah, man, you know. Anybody want to call up? Yes. 3 1 5 8 9 8 2 8 1. Dun, dun, dun. Oh man, I keep forgetting that I got 800 number. Yeah. Maybe I should do this more often. Maybe I should have a separate line. Well, I have another number too. Huh. I don't know. You'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Hey, man. Yeah. Well, oh man, I've been on here hour and a half. Jeez, I've been on here longer than I thought I would be. But hey, man, it's been real. I'm about to sign off. You know, so hey, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Any comments, concerns, leave it below. Check out my Patreon. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.